AMC is continuing in this descending pattern. So the question is, are we going to get a bounce here, or are we going to continue trending to that $2.60 level and further from there? Now, guys, starting this analysis on the weekly, I want to show you guys how beat up AMC really is. I mean, this stock's down pretty much 99%, right? It reached 393 and we're all the way down to that $2.82 level. Definitely beat up, guys. Very beat up stock. So when you're trading AMC, keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your head that it's a very beat up and volatile stock, prone to these massive breakouts as well as these massive sell offs. So, more recent times, we saw that level of 11 get hit all the way from that $2 level. So, massive run there, about a 300 to 400% movement, but we can't hold that. We just shut right back down, consolidate a bit, trend a bit lower, and that's where you see that double bottom of that formation right around that 240 level. We get the bottom there and the bottom there, bounce from that, and then we try to trend upwards, but we stay in this overall downtrend. Very clear descending resistance that we hit. We did get that first descending resistance range, bounced there, bounced a few times there, bounced there, and flushed all the way back down, hitting that double bottom. And then we get another one connecting with this candle, and we get shut down once again, and we're in this descending channel. So guys, from a TA perspective, the idea that we made a lower high in this formation and we're trending downwards in a descending fashion, especially after a big attempt at a move like that, definitely shows that we are probably headed back to that bottom, right? 1, 2, double bottom. We're probably headed for a triple bottom. Now, testing that 250, 240-ish support, seeing if that will hold, and then see if we can trend upwards from there. AMC has been completely crushed, and as of recently, we really haven't seen much different. I mean, this giant downtrend after a very major sell-off all the way down to that $2 level, and we see stock really try to push back up with that. Cannot do that, cannot hold, and we just continue to descend. Hit that double bottom, that's where we thought the Bulls had a chance in this fight. Because we see that nice move up after that double bottom, so you're thinking would get above this consolidation range or back into this consolidation range. Doesn't happen, and we go back down, looking like we are going to retest that low. See if we can triple bottom and get that move up. We're going to go on the daily to check the data points and see what else we're seeing here. Now, guys, on the daily, it shows that descending range a bit better. We get in that consolidation range after that attempt at that very large move up. Doesn't work for us, and we get in this range. And we have that resistance from this previous candle. We tapped that a few times, cannot get over that. So we're between this resistance and this $4 psychological level. Stock plays around here for a bit, pretty volatile. And we hit it once again after multiple times of tapping that. That's where we flush. We cannot hold that support. And we flush all the way down to that 260, 240-ish level. So we get that double bottom like we analyzed on the weekly, and then we get that move back up. And then that move back up only brought us back to that $4 psychological level. We couldn't get back in this consolidation range. And then you see a drastic sell-off after, pretty sharp decline. You don't see a little bit of chop. You just see kind of a pretty sharp move down, guys. You can see that mirroring candle after that big move up, selling off, and the buyers really aren't in much control here. You see buyers try to get back that control, get turned down, 2 red candles, try to find this ascending support that we had here, coming off of this movement, bounce off that 1, 2, 3 candles, but then we flush that marker with 4 red candles to the downside, have an inverted hammer candle, a lot of selling pressure. Try to stay in this range of 320 and 310, but we really can't. We flush that. Once again, buyers try to hold higher and test that range again, but then you see that selling pressure, guys, and we gap down, getting under that $2.83 level. And it seems like we are going to be headed to that bottom, guys, where we double bottomed at first, as we've seen in the past, that consolidation range. So you might see something like this. Tap that descending support, try to bounce up, probably find some resistance at that $2.83 level. And they continue to chop around a bit, ultimately retesting this 260. Try to get the bounce. If we can't get the bounce, guys, we probably are headed to the downside. But if we can get the bounce, you'd want to see that move back up here, retesting that 280, and ultimately over this descending channel that we were in. But yeah, guys, not looking great for the buyers here. The sellers are gaining this overall control, and this stock is very prone to long periods of times of descending nature of a sell-off. Bears really in that control, as you can see in more recent times, guys. After these huge moves down, we've tried to consolidate a bit. We haven't seen a lot of good price action to the upside. We tried to get a big move up, get shut down immediately, consolidate a bit there, and we just keep on getting shut down with the stock. The weekly really gave a good eye view of how beat up AMC really is. So if we can't hold this range, guys, we probably headed to that $1 level, testing those $1.90 levels. I want to see buyers get that control back on their side, where if they can find support and start moving out of this descending channel, there'd be more room for the buyers than the sellers at this point. If we can gain that control as buyers, volume starts to flush in, You definitely see a move testing that $4 psychological level. And then from there, regain that as support, test that $5 psychological level, and start to see some upside occur, guys, possibly creating kind of a cup and handle formation. If we came up, got some nice momentum on our side, really started to move up here, create a neckline, kind of a cup formation, possibly handle bouncing off of this resistance, create that as support, and then continue our move up. But yeah, guys, from the looks of it, that might not be happening. I mean, we definitely are in a seller's market. Bears are taking control of the stock completely. Even if we get under this 280, you want to see them hold up nicely at that bottom here around that 260, 250-ish level. Get that bounce, get that triple bounce, and that overall longer term formation, and then break out of this descending channel. And then you want to see that momentum start to pick up, getting us to the upside. So you can't help but be pretty bearish on the stock given the history and how price is acting right now. But overall, guys, I mean, there is a lot more room to the upside than the downside. If we did end up flushing this level, would be entering all-time lows. So it's definitely something to consider. I mean, if we do break that 238 level, we're entering a different territory that price has never touched before. So given that, definitely a lot more room to the upside than the downside. So stay patient on this one, guys, and see how price reacts, see if we can get out of this descending channel. Now, guys, on the hourly, gets a little bit of a better perspective of this descending channel that we were in that big move up, big correction, selling it off, mirroring type of candle, hitting that $4 level. And we chop around a bit, a little bit of back and forth, but then sellers gain that control, keeping us to the bottom of that range. Buyers try to get that leg up, really trying to stay in that fight, but then you get that gap down and getting under that important level of 283, kind of trying to fight back here. We'll see what price does, but seems to me like we are going to trend below that, stay in this descending channel for some time, all the way back to this bottom. Then we'll have to see how price reacts from there, guys, but stay patient here. And for the buyers, watch for that 260, 250 support level to hold and get a bounce there and then break out of this descending channel. For the bears, guys, it's looking good for you guys, looking like we are going to continue to the downside. That's all I got for you guys. AMC is pretty beat up, but see what it does and how it reacts in these more recent days and weeks to come. If you enjoyed and want to see more AMC, make sure to like and subscribe. Trade smart, and I'll see you guys in the next one.